Hello, guys, and welcome back to SRC TV. Yes, the latest news we are gathering is that I'm a contender in this year's KNUST SRC presidential election, known as Dery Elijah. In fact, initially I was rooting for this guy because he was also doing amazing work so far as the election was concerned. Now, Dery has been disqualified. And it is simple. The reason is very simple. It is based on his CWA, his cumulated weighted average. Initially in one of my previous videos, I said that you can run your politics on KNST campus, you can do your campaign, you can go door to door and everything, but you need to be, very, very skeptical about your average and about your academics because don't think that going door to door to advise students to vote for you means you have to miss lectures, or it means you don't have to write your midterm exams, or you don't have to learn. Because even the fact that you want to be a student representative, still remember that you are still a student and you still need to do what you are demanded of. Now, this guy, the Elijah, has been disqualified on the premises that his average is not good and he has some trails. And Dery Elijah does not understand. Your man won't petition the issue based on so many reasons. Now, this was what Dery had to post on X. But even before I read this, earlier there were rumors that he's actually backing out. But he had to keep, energizing his supporters, his base, because as I'm saying, this guy has work with this whole orange brands with his name. Like, watch people just worshiping him. That is how deep this guy had won people's hearts. And in fact, after he had also worked on that staircase at the engineering gate, watch this video also. After he had also shown publicly that he has actually gone for the forms to contest for this year's SRC presidential election. To go for the forms alone means that you are super confident about your average, you are super confident about everything, and so your fans should keep cheering you on. So, looking at all these major keystones I've highlighted, at the end of the day, them disqualify your man. Then say Nisikani Nian Ashe because in average no good. But this was what Dery had to say on X. He says, Dear KNUST, it is with a broken spirit that I have been unfairly asked to step aside from continuing my second coming for this year's SRC presidential election. Your man said unfairly to continue his second coming. Unfairly, I don't understand why he used the word unfairly, because if your average is not good and you have true and you are disqualified, well, we'll get more deeper into that. For his second coming, it means that the second coming at Siomo. So will there be a third coming? Anyway, let's continue. So, dear KNUST, it is with a broken spirit that I have been unfairly asked to step aside from continuing my second coming for this year's SRC presidential election without any proper investigation or clarification into an issue that questions the credibility of my results. Now, he actually dropped, some communique, and I'm going to read it, guys. I'm going to read. Probably I won't read all. I just have to, read a few. But if it gets interesting, I'll read everything. Let's see. But one thing I know is that if EC disqualify you because of your CWA and that you get shows, my brother, no matter what you do, you're tilty, you're tilty. There are so many SLC aspirants that people were cheering on that at the end of the day, we heard disqualification and you even hear anything from the aspirant again because they themselves, they know that, yeah, my average no good. But if your average no good, why you go waste that amount of money? Let's look at what Dery had to say. So he says unfair disqualification from the SRC presidential election. Dear students of KNUST, earlier on 21st July 2025, I submitted a formal petition to the Directorate of Student Affairs regarding series of events that have unfolded during the 2025 SRC electoral process. Events which I believe constitute injustice against me as a student of this great university. Unfortunately, my petition was not adequately addressed and I was told to step aside from contesting the SLC presidential elections without any form of investigation or verification. Now, prior to the official release of the college results, I made multiple attempts to access my academic results from the exams office and other authorities within my college well in advance of the nomination period. Given that results were delayed, I was consistently informed that the college board had not yet approved the results. Eventually, the results were released less than 24 hours before nominations opened. Okay, so he has boarding 24 hours that his results was released less than 24 hours before nominations opened. Okay. However, on 3rd July 2025, nearly 2 weeks before the official release on Wednesday, 16th July 2025, some students' identities I can provide upon request already had access to and were circulating images of my academic results on social media platforms. The results showed a CW of 58 with one true, which per the SRC constitution disqualifies a candidate from contesting. Shockingly, the version of the results circulated before the official release was the same as what appeared in my student portal. So this was my issue. He is saying that first he did not see his results. He saw people circulating it on WhatsApp. CW of 58 with a true. And to his surprise, when they released it and he finally saw his results, it was the same as what was being circulated. So he feels that, I mean, in terms of confidentiality, his result is supposed to be, his privacy. Why should people, have his results and circulate it? And for me, it doesn't make sense, bro. Bro, if your results no good where you throw with that. This would have been a different scenario if, let's say, the results they were circulating on WhatsApp was false from your original results, and that your original results you had no true. Then that one you have a case to petition. But this one is what you see is what you get. What they were circulating is the true reflection of your results, and moreover, even if you don't have access to your results, the EC might definitely get access to it earlier because they need the results to do their things. And so he is just raising issues about confidentiality. But for me, at the end of the day, I think the bottom line has been drawn. Your results are not good, you've been trailed. So just don't waste any money, don't waste any resources. Just package yourself, sit down, and if you want to come for a third coming, make sure you prepare well. But make sure your followers understand that you are going to study and work on your trailed papers and do the right thing. I don't think he has an issue here. But probably let me continue and see. Now, it represents a serious breach requiring formal investigation that unauthorized individuals had access to my academic information before any official release and without my consent. I do not acknowledge that. Charlie, now, bro, I don't think I'll continue reading this because for me, whatever he's saying here, I don't side with him because bro, your results are not good. You have true, you have 58, you don't qualify, and that was the true reflection of your results. Accept that, bro. Accept that, and just maybe if you want to come back, if you want to have a third coming, you can do that, bro. But once again, it saddens me to see Dery disqualified. But anyway, that is it. A top contender also in the KNUST SRC presidential race has been disqualified on grounds of his CWA. So yes, once again, guys, if you are vying for any position on campus, please just take note that your average is very important. The fact that you are running for a general secretary, a financial secretary, does not mean you should, not study. You have to study, you have to make the good grades, you have to secure your average. Otherwise, the EC will do his job. Obeti. And the Dery is Sikano Ashe. Stay tuned for more.